retaliatory strikes coming in. Iran would fight for whatever it can because it seems that this time the Israeli and American resolve is much stronger and backed by major deployment, Niranjan, with at least two carrier strike groups there in the Gulf, one in the Mediterranean Sea and the other in the Gulf. And so I think we are going to see a doubling down insofar as these strikes on Iran is concerned. Whether this is going to be one last decisive battle is something which we have to see over the next 48 hours. But remember, these are coming just ahead of those Geneva talks. So whether there is still that element of browbeating Iran into an amenable position insofar as giving up the nuclear option is concerned. And I was discussing with Colonel Sailendra Singh earlier. Colonel Singh, there are regional dynamics involved. Saudis don't want Iran to have a nuclear bomb. Qataris don't want Iran to have a nuclear bomb. UAE, Oman, anyone they don't want Iran to have a nuclear bomb. And that's why you are seeing Israel and the United States coming together and going for the kill. Finally, perhaps hoping that this time they can do something about Khamanei and his regime. I'm hearing he's gone into a safe house. He's not in the presidential palace.
I also don't want to have them nuclear bombs. India doesn't want them. India doesn't want anybody to have nuclear bombs in addition. Why? Because of the character of that country getting involved with the terrorism, with Houthis, Hamas and Hezbollah. It can fall into any wrong side. So nobody wants. But at the same time, if they are agreeing that IAEA inspections can be done, I think let us progress them on that.
Right. I think those talks would happen. Another breaking coming in, and Shravan tells me, Niranjan, that there is another statement coming in from the Israelis. That
there is a video, Abhishek, there is a video that's come in of a rocket that has fallen in Galilee in Israel. So we're getting in the first pictures from Israel as well. Yeah. We have the first pictures. Can we play the first pictures right now? The pictures that are coming in.
No casualties reported.
No casualties. No casualties reported, but a rocket has fallen in Galilee, Israel. We'll open up those pictures. But there are multiple pictures, in fact, coming in, Abhishek, not just one. In fact, multiple pictures of Iranian rockets now beginning to land in Galilee. A plume of smoke seen over northern Israel as well. So we're getting in the first pictures of the hits on Israel. In just a few seconds, we'll have those pictures up. But strikes targeted at Haifa, northern Israel. Refineries were the targets. We're looking at the first pictures come in. Any second now, you'll have those pictures on your screens right now. We'll also, by the way, have a live from Tehran very soon. We'll have a live from Tel Aviv anytime now. We've been live since this afternoon, 11:30, when the first news came in. But Iran has attacked Galilee. Let me go across straight up to those pictures coming in right now. A rocket has fallen in Galilee, Israel, and in a residential area where you can see buildings. Right behind the buildings, the strikes have been reported. Is that the picture? Just waiting for the first pictures to come in any second now. But yes, sir, I think any time now we'll have the full detail. But Israel saying no reports of casualties so far.
No, you see, Israel absolutely understands this is not the first time. It knows that it has got...
Those are pictures, by the way. We'll just change the label on top. Change the label on top, please. Switch that off. It's not visuals from Iran. It's misleading visuals from Israel. Visuals from northern Israel. Change that. We'll just come back. Yeah. So, just remove the top pan. Yeah.
So, you see, Israel has got this very well laid out. The kind of, bunkers they have, the shelters what they have shelters everywhere, including the airport that you are supposed to get into. Why? Because it's a matter of survival. It's a matter of survival for their complete religion, for their existence. So, that country has made a lot of good arrangements on that line. Iran has not. Iran has got very limited. So that is why you find that their own acceptance that thousands of people have died in the strike, as what they are themselves saying. Above all, the thing what is to be seen now is that when I was telling you 30 missile salvo, at least 3 will strike. You will see it happening. So whether that is acceptable, that kind of casualty, that kind of damage, so far, no casualty, very good. Israel will be able to bear it. What happens when there will be casualties? Because now the strike is not on the defensive installations. It is on civil installation. When you are hitting civil, that means all ethics has gone. You are now only after the damage, which will create sensation. And that is what Iran is right now going to do. It will bomb. It will bomb all strategic places, strategic to the extent of economic strategy, command and control strategy, your refinery, your maybe, hubs of living places where they will bring out destruction. Because we know in Israel, the problem of space and the buildings are so cluttered up. You strike one building, you are able to at least damage two more. So the damage is what everybody will be looking at as a military target now, which is very sad. The humanity will suffer is a very minor part which for these countries are. But as far as I am concerned, I still have hope that this strike remains only between Iran and Israel. The moment it starts getting into the Middle East bases of US, you will see that there will be a Bhayankar war. There will be an absolute, because US will get an excuse. So you will find that 90 aircraft standing on that aircraft carrier versus another 120 standing on another one, F-35s all around with the ground forces right next door to the Israeli ground. Everything is planned. Let me tell you one thing. The people have thought of contingency. I can even say on behalf of Iran, they would have also seen that if ever Khamenei's mahal is struck or the presidential house is struck, what will they do?
Yeah.
You see, all countries do all these kind of drills. So I am absolutely sure President of Iran and Khamenei would have actually not died in any of this. As far as that, when we are talking about Isfahan strike is useless until unless the GBUs are used. Till that time, you are only making, what you are trying to do, this is what I was telling you in the morning also, that this is a preemptive strike to assess to what extent Iran is prepared to go or escalate.
Yeah.
Escalating ladder is to be seen now.
Well, you see, the fact of the matter is that Iran would hit back with whatever they can. The impression is it's Iran versus Israel, but actually it's Iran versus the United States.
Yeah, absolutely.
Israel, of course.
In fact, Abhishek, sorry to interrupt. There's been another breaking news update. Sirens at the US naval base in Bahrain. Sirens at the US naval base in Bahrain. There are interceptors. There are interceptors fired over northern Israel, so the entire barrage of missiles now coming in are being intercepted over the skies of Iran in northern Israel. In central Iran as well, we have some details of explosions being reported in Isfahan. Isfahan, explosion, central Iran, western province of Elam. In western province of Elam. But there are defining pictures coming in of the interception. Can we put those pictures up? Interception visuals coming in over northern Israel. Meanwhile, Iranian citizens residing in UAE, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Jordan, who have not yet managed to leave these countries are advised to depart the territory of these 5 countries as soon as possible. If departure not possible, refrain from approaching any military bases, hotels, docks, commercial complexes or any locations associated with the United States and minimize all essential travel. Which means Iran is telling its own people who are in all these countries like UAE, Kuwait, Qatar, Bahrain, Jordan that we are going to go for you. They're going to go for Iran, UAE, Qatar, Bahrain, Jordan. Abhishek incoming. Okay, look at those pictures. Interceptors over northern Israel. Interceptors over northern Israel.
Well, we are getting to see what we also need actually, Niranjan. It's the war dynamics at play, real-time war, real-time action of weapon systems, platforms. Colonel Singh, with your defense background, you are in better position to tell us whether this is something which is the air defense as it should be. This is the most successful model of air defense we are seeing, even as this war is panning out between Iran and Israel.
What is seen is to be believed. And what is seen is that, yes, the Israeli air defense system has generally worked well, very well, effectively, saving their people. But at the same time, there will always be exceptions. No system can be 100%. And we have seen it last time also.
Right.
You will see it this time also. Few missiles will land.
But is it something, what we are seeing is essentially the United States and Israel with their first flush of strikes on Tehran, drawing Iran out, making them fire all these missiles. They have a limited stockpile. Yes. They will deplete that and then maybe they will come for the kill.
The US intelligence report of last year, 2025 January, says that they have got 3,000 plus, the word is plus, 3,000 plus ballistic missile. Now, from that year till now, you can add up whatever you want to. And
Got it.
plus can be anything. But as a general rule, it is accepted that Iran has got around 10,000 plus missiles available to them.
Yeah,
And
Niranjan.
and when it comes to firing, the only strength which Israel is looking at, that at each time there will be a salvo coming. No single missile will come. And when we are talking about the salvo, the 30 is a very conservative salvo.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm looking at 100.
And the operation is codenamed Operation Epic Fury, as per the Pentagon, and which means the United States fully backing Israel in its war with Iran, and United States, in fact, joining in. And we don't know as yet with clarity as to how many missiles have been fired from the United